Welcome to Evil Exposed, the Darwin Awards, where we delve into the stories that remind us how even the smallest details can lead to catastrophic consequences. Today's tale takes us to Jerusalem, where political tension, time zones, and a little bit of stubbornness collided in the most explosive way imaginable. In September 1999, Jerusalem found itself at the center of a tragic and darkly ironic tale of miscommunication and misplaced defiance. The story begins with a decision made by the Israeli government to switch from daylight saving time, DST, to standard time earlier than usual. This change was made to accommodate a week of pre-sunrise prayers, aligning the schedule with the religious needs of the population. But as with many things in this region, the change wasn't universally accepted. On the other side of the divide, Palestinian authorities rejected what they disdainfully referred to as Zionist time. They decided to stick with daylight saving time, refusing to let their schedules be dictated by Israeli decisions. The result was 2 weeks of absolute chaos. People weren't just out of sync with their watches. Entire schedules were thrown into disarray. Buses ran late, meetings were missed, and most critically, time itself became a weapon of confusion. Now, in most places, this might just be an inconvenience. But in a region where every detail can be a matter of life and death, this mix-up had far more serious consequences. Unbeknownst to many, a group of Palestinian terrorists had been planning a coordinated bombing attack. The plan was simple: 2 car bombs set to explode simultaneously at 5:30 p.m. on a Sunday, each loaded with deadly intent. The bombs had been meticulously prepared in a Palestinian-controlled area where daylight saving time was still in effect. The timing devices were set accordingly, primed to detonate at exactly 5:30 p.m. DST. But when the terrorists picked up the bombs, they were operating on standard time, having already switched their watches in line with the Israeli time change. Herein lay the fatal flaw. No one thought to confirm which time the bombs had been set to. As the drivers made their way to the intended targets, they were unaware that the countdowns on their deadly cargo had already begun. The clocks on the bombs were still ticking away on daylight saving time, while the drivers believed they had an extra hour to complete their mission. But time waits for no one, and neither do explosives. At precisely 5:30 p.m. daylight saving time, both bombs detonated. But instead of causing mass casualties as planned, the only victims were the terrorists themselves. The explosions rocked the vehicles while they were still en route to their targets, ending their lives instantly and delivering a final ironic twist to their ill-fated mission. Investigators initially believed the bombs had gone off prematurely due to incompetence, a simple case of amateurs mishandling dangerous materials. But a closer look revealed the truth. The terrorists had been undone by something as seemingly innocuous as a time change. In their refusal to live on Zionist time, they had inadvertently triggered their own demise. This tragic tale serves as a stark reminder of the perils of stubbornness and the deadly consequences that can arise from a lack of communication. In this case, it wasn't just a matter of life and death. It was a matter of minutes. And there you have it, proof that sometimes the smallest acts of defiance can lead to the most explosive outcomes. Thanks for joining us on Evil Exposed, the Darwin Awards. Remember, folks, when it comes to time zones, it's always worth double-checking which clock you're following, because some mistakes you just can't turn back. Until next time, keep an eye on the clock and stay safe.